Hey guys, it's me, Brandy. I am back to finish up the WIP parade for my cross stitching. And so I've got this big tote out here and I want to get it out of the way. So I figured I was just going to jump right in and get you guys through what I've worked on. And I think I have one. Oh, I have it in here, so it'll be okay. I'm going to pause you 1 second because I'm going to grab one of my projects that I've been working on. It's sitting on my desk. Super duper professional. I could have paused that and edited it and did all kinds of things to make it way more complicated on myself, but I decided to no, not gonna do that. I suppose I could just mention this. Well, I don't know. I'm participating in WIP Go. Anybody that does WIP Go knows all about that, and if you don't know what that is, then you can just always go look at Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Is that what it is? Jessie Marie Makes Stuff or Jessie Marie Does Stuff? One of the two. She created WIP Go. It's like a bingo card. You put 25 projects. Doesn't have to be 25 different projects. Projects can be repeated. She draws 2 numbers a month, and those are your focus pieces for the month. I'm doing it my own way because, you know, that's the way we do it. And I have 2 WIP Go boards, one for my fiber art projects and one for my cross stitch projects. And I'm having my husband draw me 2 numbers each week. So I will get through mine every 12 weeks, whereas they do it through 12 months. Anyway, I got some projects out that I haven't worked on in a while, and this is one of them, and I'm not going to take it out of the Q-Snap, but I will show you what I have gotten done, because my goal for my WIP Go is 5 hours a week. So any project that gets drawn, my intention is to put 5 hours into it that week. It's just the easiest way, because some of my patterns are in Pattern Keeper. Well, not Pattern Keeper. I quit using Pattern Keeper because my Android tablet died. Markup. Some of my patterns are in markup if they're digital. I don't know how to scan patterns and get them in. When they're just paper patterns. I feel like I've heard people say that they've been able to do that, but I don't know about it, and I haven't done it myself. So, anyway, it'd be too difficult, considering a lot of my stuff is still paper, to be able to do stitch count goals. So for me, it's time goals. So if I draw a number, and that doesn't work with fiber arts, you know, I'm not going to sit there and count. I mean, I guess I could count stitches, but boy, that sounds miserable. That sounds like a good way to take all the fun out of doing anything. So time, for me it's time. And that is within the 7 days, 5 hours, which is 20 hours total a week, because I do 2 cross stitch projects and 2 fiber art projects. And considering that I do this every day of my life, even on days that I work 12.5-hour shifts at the hospital, I still at some point am going to pick up my project in the morning and the evening, in between. I mean, during the day when I don't work, I wake up in the morning, I have my coffee, I have a project sitting. I always keep some things sitting. And now that I'm doing this WIP Go, I'm keeping all 4 projects right at hand, where I do the most of my stuff, in the living room by my chair where I sit. I have everything there, and I will wake up and I do my coffee, and I just start knitting, crocheting, what have you, with coffee first thing in the morning. And then I will finish my coffee, and then I usually get up and I'm like, okay, make bed, scoop litter boxes, pick up, vacuum, do the things, you know. So I have kind of a little list, and then I'll go back and I'll knit or crochet or cross stitch for a little while, and then I move on to the next chore. That's how my life works. So getting 20 hours in a week amongst these 4 is no big deal. And that still leaves me time left over to pick up other projects and work on those as I see fit. It's just, this is a way. There are projects, and I know this is the case for a lot of us, there are things that I have not laid my hands on in years. WIPs that have been in totes that I haven't touched. So once I decided to do this FO parade and I drug this out, that's when I got the idea of this tote. I'm gesturing to this tote over here. I sat down and I wrote down every project that was in here and I put it on my WIP Go board because I thought everything in here is going to get love. And I have one thing that I want to talk to you guys about that I'm excited. But now that I'm doing this, what we will be seeing each week moving forward is my progress. And I did not take a picture of my before, which was so silly of me. But when my husband draws my numbers for me on Sunday and I get those 2 projects out, I will be taking a photograph of both of those cross-stitch projects. And then when I do my weekly check-in the following week, I will show you the picture. It will be on the screen. And then I will show you what 5 hours or more of progress looks like on that piece. So that is the goal moving forward. So one of the projects that I pulled for this week was Silent Night. This is the Stitching with the Housewives. They have a whole series of stuff. And I'm not going to take this out of the Q-Snap, but what I will tell you is that what I have done, or what I did have done before I drew this, was a bunch of snowflakes, the word silent, and the top of this church. So I have worked on this 2 days now, and I'm going to show you what I got now. Oh, I also had that little tree there. I had that tree. So what I did was I almost got that church finished off. So I'm so excited, but all wrapped up in here. You guys can see there's part of the words, all of this stuff to the left of the church or to the right of the church, whichever way this is going. I guess it is. It would be to the left. That stuff is stitched. There's a bunch of snowflakes stitched, blah, 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 blah. So we are making progress. I finished that church. Now I just got to go in and fill in the windows and the door. So I'll probably work on that later today. Windows and door. Get that church done and then just keep moving along. So there's that. My other project that I pulled for WIP Go this week, I already showed you guys this, but I actually have worked on it and I have a goal. It was my knockoff, I'm sure. This is probably some kind of stolen art because there's no English on this. This is before I knew, but I had already started this. I had been working on this lady here. I had gotten to about right here. I've gotten much more of her bum finished, and my goal is I want to get that little kitty cat. I want to get that kitty cat stitched in there. So here is what that looks like. So I put in all the browns. I finished up a little bit of the whites and I put in some browns colors here. And it's coming along. And his little kitty cat should be right around in here somewhere. I'll be excited. So I got to finish out her bum. And then we'll get that little kitty cat. And I'm hoping that will, I think he definitely could be done. So, and I haven't worked on this in years. So 5 hours, knowing that all of my projects will get at least 5 hours minimally in a 12-week rotation. It's a whole lot more than some of these have gotten. Some of these haven't been touched in years and years and years. Let's see. On with what you haven't seen. Okay. Oh, this is actually something, and that's funny that I pulled this out because I noticed that this pattern was stuck in here for some reason. I don't know why I do these things. Let's see. Oh, good grief. This is what happens when you get unorganized. That's why we should never do that. Oh, it's here. I haven't even put it in. You guys. I'm a mess. Okay, let me put this pattern back with its floss. Now I'll show you guys this. This is just a free pattern from DMC website that I printed off because I was sitting at my in-laws and I had some stuff, and so I had some floss and I had some fabric and I just didn't have anything, and I thought, let me see what's free, what's easy, monochromatic, and let's just do it. So I printed this off. It's ABC Magic Christmas. It is basically just a Christmas little sampler. As you can see, it's got the alphabet and some trees and some fun little design border. Anyways, like I say, it is a free pattern on the DMC's website, and you can see my progress right here. I love it. I'm using the DMC, I don't have the color number, but it is DMC's variegated red. It goes from like a really beautiful cherry red into a deep kind of burgundy wine red. And I am just loving it. And I love this rustic, I don't even know what this cloth is. I love it. I have a package of it and I'll tell you what it is. It's very utilitarian, but I think so much stuff, I think it's called oatmeal something. I just like stitching on it. It just is easy to see. It is an even weave fabric. Yeah, it's an even weave. It's not an Aida. At least I don't think that's an Aida. I don't know. It looks like an even weave to me. Anyways, I like stitching on this stuff. I think it's great. I bought a big old huge thing of it, and I've just been chopping off pieces of it when I need it. And I like it. I like it a lot. If y'all ever want to know what my favorite needles are, it's the Sullivan ball tip needles. I love these. I don't want to ever stitch with anything else, honestly. It's my favorite, most favorite silver needle. They're not cheap either. $9. Woo! It's all right. They last me forever unless I lose them. I haven't had to throw one away yet since 2021. Okay, we are about to see my first finish that I ever got in a cross stitch. And the reason why is because it's in this bag with its sister. This was a stamped cross stitch that I ordered off of Amazon. There are 4 of these in a series for each season, and this was winter, because you guys remember from story time on my first video that I got interested in December of 2020 and started stitching in January of 2021. And I got this guy and I stitched him up, and then it's one of those printed canvases that you stitch on it and then you soak and have everything come off. And I love him. He's so precious. He's so precious. And I was so surprised at how easily everything came off. I was really concerned. I thought there's no way you're going to see sister and you're going to see all the stuff that they put on this fabric, but it came right out looking just great. Try to come in closer, let you guys see the little details. I think he's adorable. I love him. He's cute. I do intend to do all 4 of them, and I will frame them and put them in my craft room because they're cute. They're super cute, and it's just, everybody starts somewhere, right? This is I feel like it's ridiculously, I think they were calling for like 3, but I feel like I don't know. I think I started doing 2. Maybe I did do this one with all 3 fabric threads. I don't know. It's like an 11 count is what I think. I mean, I was starting out, so it was like the biggest count in the world. But here is sister. Here's what she looks like done up. She's spring. So sister is spring. And here is what I have done on her. You see how loud these patterns are? Woo! I did the little dragonfly up there. Got it out of the way. And then so far I've just done her, just her face. Anything that's these wild, crazy colors, that's the actual stuff. And like I say, brother looked just like it. And man, you just put this in the water and it takes a little while, but you don't do anything. You just let it soak away and it soaks right away. Every single bit of that stuff came off and it's very heavily pigmented. But yeah, I think these are great fun for just sitting on the couch. You don't want to look at a pattern. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to have to focus, and you can just stitch away on this. And I am doing this. Yeah, I'm doing 2. It recommends 3 floss for this 11 count. I find that too bulky. She looks perfect. The coverage is perfect with the 2. And that's what I did on him too, I think. I just can't. I'm trying to look at maybe an end. My back actually, I'm surprised because I don't try. I have no caring about trying to have beautiful backs. It doesn't matter to me because I know that once things are in frames, you'll never know. Yeah, I did. I used two strands. Anyways, I'm actually surprised at how decent my backs look, though. That's not terrible at all. Look, that's not too shabby. You can see there's some places where I ran threads, and you know, I try to stay in the areas, but I'm not going to cut, especially if something's going to go over it. And that one, of course, I should have, it's not locked underneath anything, but I don't worry about it, obviously. That was one that I would have, in hindsight, liked to run it under a few stitches as I pulled it across. But I don't think it's going to hurt anything. None of these are going to come out. When I do stuff double-stranded, I do the loop method, so they're locked, and then when I get ready to end the thread, I run it underneath, 10 stitches, usually in 2 different ways. And I think that comes from knitting and crocheting and weaving in ends. I always go underneath something and then I turn a corner and go a different direction. Because I figure it's going to be hard for something to come out in 2 directions at the same time, right? I don't know. It's a thought process, something in my brain that I think, and it may or may not be correct. But anyways, that's my little set, and there is a fall and summer owl as well. And oh, the summer one is so cute because he's like a pirate. Yeah, a pirate. He's adorable. Okay. There is those. On to the next. Okay, this one actually isn't a WIP yet. I had showed you guys my Eat Crow pattern, and I told you it's the buzzard that's sitting on top of the pumpkin. It's a Plum Street sampler. I told you it had a sibling also, and this is the sibling. This one is called Buzz Off. He goes with, I think it's got my thread pack in there. He goes with the buzzard, so he says Buzz Off and the other one says Eat Crow. I think this is just adorable. And I'm doing this on 25 count fabric, 1/1 with the called for Fancy Flosses, which is the Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works combo. So there is that. And the fabric, I'm doing them both on the same fabric, same count, because like I say, they are siblings. So Oh, I'm sorry. I said 25 count. This is 28 count. I'm doing this on 28 count. Is that right? Hold on. Wait. That's not right. This is what I'm doing it on. It doesn't even have a name. I just picked this up at the Silver Needle. This is a 25 count. And that's what I'm doing the other one on as well. Ooh, that's so pretty though. I didn't know. I guess I must have snagged this other, what is this? A fat quarter of Legacy. 28 count. That's pretty. I think I might have got, I know what I got this for. At least I think I know what I got this for. I'm gonna have to look. I believe this is for another new start that I have. That is really pretty. Really, really pretty, but God, do I want to do this on linen. Oh, I'm a stink. Maybe that doesn't look too bad. That 28 count doesn't look bad. I'm just thinking to my Lila Studio Halloween. It is on 40 count. It's so difficult. On my eyeballs. My eyeballs hate that. But I'm sorry, guys. That's not technically a whip. That is a future whip. I have a few things in here that I can start at some point. I did on my Whip Go board use my center space number 13 as a new start space. Also, there are projects that are going to get finished on that Whip Go board before the Whip Go ends. That's a fact. So I have projects in the wings that can fill that up. And I actually ordered another project last night that I'm proud of myself because I have not ordered any cross stitch stuff in well over a year. It's been well over a year. I think the last cross stitch stuff that I got was in 2022, the summer of 2022, when I purchased my Plum Street. Or was that last summer? It wasn't last summer. It was 2022. I really feel like it was. Now I'm just wondering, I'm like, is there a receipt in here? Did I? Actually, there is. So this was the last cross stitch and stuff that I got. Yes, I'm right. June 10th of 2022, $173. I bought I kitted up 2 full Plum Street samplers, bought an extra fabric for somebody I'm going to show you in a minute if I decide to use that with that. I also got some new scissors and some more needles. So, guys, this isn't cute stuff. But anyways, I'm excited. I have exciting things happening. Okay, this is done on some Fortnite fabric, 28 count, even weave, Lagana. I need to do something. There's a part of me that just wants to frog this out. So this whole thing occurred because this is a happiness quilt thing. I was in Fat Quarter Shop's Floss of the Month, Color Week, or Weeks Dye Works, I think, Color Floss of the Month Club. Anyways, I had floss coming out my ears after about a year. You get like 6 things, and I had so much floss, and I thought, what can I do with this? And then I saw this pattern, and I thought it was so cute, and so I started it with different flosses. But now I'm just like, why? I don't like that. I don't think I like that. It's too many different colors. I would think I would like this pattern in one color, but I'm like, what do you do? I don't know. I don't want to get rid of this. This fabric is gorgeous. It's such a big piece. So I don't know if I could just move somewhere else and work on something different. I'm sure I probably could. Now, what would you guys do? I just don't know. Oh. Well, it's noon. When it's noon, the tornado sirens get tested. I'm such a nerd. Okay. Like y'all aren't going to believe me or something. We're not having a tornado. Okay. So there's that. Another not start. It's just a whole kit though. It's a sister project to the Silent Night. It's called Up on the Housetop. I have everything in this little envelope. I actually won this from Renita at Sew My Roots. Sew My Roots. I don't know if she's gone straight. I feel like she had her website, which was www.sewmiroots, R-O-O-T-S, sewmiroots.com. But I feel like she's moved to just her Etsy shop, possibly. But anyways, I had purchased the Silent Night one myself, and then I won that kit from her off of a YouTube giveaway thing that she was doing, so that was fun. This is something else I have not started. I don't know that I ever will, because boy, those gold, these Dimensions gold kits kicking my butt. I don't know if I'll ever, I haven't opened this one either. It's just freaking beautiful. What is this one? Fall Fairy. Isn't that just so pretty? I just don't know about all that. All those specialty, full coverage, specialty, blended flosses, half tent stitches, 2 strands, 3 strands, 1 strand, French knots, beads. Did I already say that? I don't know. I just don't know if we'll ever get to that. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Oh. Speaking of, good grief. I think I got like 1 stitch in on this, maybe. It's another Dimensions. It's the Christmas collection ornaments. Why do I do things to myself? What is it called? Christmas Village Ornaments. Yeah. What have I got? I see a floss just hanging out here. I don't know. I haven't even actually put a stitch in on that. I guess I pulled 1 strand, 1 thing of floss out and was going to do it, and then probably got scared. But you know what? Being that these are just smaller ornaments, maybe if I could just get through these just one at a time, pace myself. And I believe I don't remember if I even put these on my WIP Go. I will have to come back to some of these hard projects and put them on my WIP Go board at some point. I do believe. This is another me just pilfering, and I found a little free pattern online. It was just a digital picture that someone posted up that they had just created, just a Quaker motif. I'm doing this on some linen of some sort. That's so beautiful. Also being done in the, of course I don't have the band. It's the darn variegated. I love this. Of any DMC color, this is my favorite, the variegated red. I bought a whole box of it, a case of it, because I just love it so much. But yeah, that's just, it's done on some sort of linen. I'm doing it on linen. I can't see when I'm, yeah. It's just a smaller Quaker motif. I think it'll be really pretty when it's done, and it'll look pretty in my living room. I have a lot of reds in my living room. Not so much in my craft room. My craft room is all cool tones, but my living room is warm tones. So I don't have a pattern to share on that. Like I said, that was literally something somebody posted up. They created a digital picture, posted it, and said, whoever wants it can have it. And I screenshotted it. It doesn't have symbols or anything. It's just a charted Quaker small. That's a finish. I showed you guys. Are we at the, no, we're not at the end, but we are getting there. This is taking a back seat because I did put it on my WIP Go, but But it has taken a back seat because I got 2 Heaven and Earth designs, and the other one that I'm working on, which is A Light in the Darkness, it's Gandalf. That one is on my WIP Go like 4 or 5 times. And I keep it out because I am determined. Yesterday I got 1,000 stitches on that and I was so happy. Of course it doesn't look like I've done anything. But 8 hours yesterday. Yesterday was just a day where I had nothing to do. I got up, I did all my little household chores that I wanted to get done. I didn't even take off my pajamas. I was just about it. I was like, I am getting some serious stitching done. And it said, that put everything that I did yesterday put my average stitch count up to 395 a day. And that if I continued at 395 a day every day, I would have that done by September 5th. That would be amazing, and I could enter it in the fair and maybe even win. Wow, this is really safe in here. Whoa, I remember doing that. Man, I don't do this anymore. This will get a change when I go to work on it, because I am not about parking. I thought... Yes. I was gonna say, do I have to get that out? Oh, no, 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 no. Darn it. I really thought that there was an image. And it's Story Keep, a brush with magic. I really thought that there was a small image of this. Story Keep, a brush with magic, from Heaven and Earth Designs. I purchased that as a full kit. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, look, there's another package of needles. I need to get that out. I'm glad I looked at this because I've been on the hunt for more. That one's an unopened. Ballpoint needles. If you haven't used ballpoint needles, you don't know what you're missing. I'm just telling you that right now. Anyways, what this guy looks like. This is on big old fabric. I don't know. Did I change this fabric? I think I did. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll show you what I got. This is obviously when I was still doing the parking method back in the day. What there is on there, I don't know how well you guys can see, but there is a little bit of a tree and a little bit of a moon coming up in this night sky. This is cut to the size that it needs to be. So this is not a dainty little tiny thing. This is going to be a long big guy, and it's because I think I'm doing this. I'm going to look. It's obviously listed here. This was, I ordered 2 kits from Heaven and Earth Designs because I'm a crazy person. Although I do love their kits. They are good. It is done on $18 count 2/1, which is why it's getting so ginormous. Wow. Story Keep, a brush with magic, Heaven and Earth Designs. Once I finish Gandalf, A Light in the Darkness, I will get back on this, and it will be amazing. We will all say, yay! But I'm on it. I'm getting that Gandalf finished. I want him done so bad. Okay, so that fabric that I showed you guys from Silver and Gold a minute ago, I think think I did. I think I purchased it to go with this. Because I bought the called for, which is 32 count. And then people were saying, oh, it's so much easier and everything looks so much nicer if you do these on 28 count fabric. And that other one was a 28 count, if you recall. But this will be a new start at some point when I'm feeling real brave. It's the Cathedral Woods Goddess by Nora Corbett. And I think, look at her. I think she is gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So, anyways, I did purchase the Platinum 32 count Lugana to do her on. But I'll probably do her on the 28 count now that I've been told, because Lord knows I have not done a Mirabilia. I am working on a Nora Corbett Electra, as I showed you guys. She's one of the witchy girls. And they're much smaller than a Mirabilia. I have not started on the beads yet on her. So, I don't want anything that's going to make anything more difficult going on in my life. So, we're not. We're not about that. Okay. I think I'm going to throw this away. I just hate to throw things away. Maybe I'll just start it on my own fabric at some point. I don't know, because it's so cute. But this was a disaster. This came from Amazon. I got it when I got the Owl Girls. Problem is that this one was not printed properly. And it is also a much smaller count than the other ones, which were 11 count. And I think this one is something, of course it's not. This one's a 14 count. Which doesn't sound tremendously different, but it made a difference. It really did. And it's just, it was printed slightly askew. Makes it very difficult to see the symbols. And I don't know. I'm just not loving it. It just looks so bulky to me. Look at that. Ugh. Too bulky. Anyways. And it's just it's very difficult. I have to keep referring to the pattern because these aren't set on the squares properly. So, it's a mess. But it is cute. It's very cute. Maybe if you just got stitched on, but I don't know. It's full coverage, so I don't know that I would ever stitch it on anything else either. But he's cute. He's just a little fox. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get real bored. Because, you know, they do give you the actual printed patterns when, I mean, not like they didn't steal this, but you see. So, this is a Joy Sunday. That's why I say that. Not like they didn't steal this already. Yeah, 14 count. You live, you learn. I've learned not to purchase these knockoff people patterns. So there's one thing we learned. And, you know, when you're not paying very much for something, you may get lucky and get something good, or you might get something that's completely misprinted like this. But it's just so confusing to deal with. I feel like it'd be much easier to just do on your own. I have plenty of gridded fabric. I could just do it on my own if I wanted to. I just don't know if I want to. There's far more nicer patterns that I have going on in my life. So I don't know that I'll finish that. That will probably be a UFO. I do believe. Okay. I think that might be the end of actual. Here is this I was going to tell you. Well, I was going to tell you. It's the oatmeal. I thought maybe it might have it listed. I told you I bought this huge thing of it, and I just cut off pieces as I need. But of course, I guess I was wrong for some reason. I really thought that I had the paper in there with that said what it was. I just know it's like rustic oatmeal fabric. Like I say, I really enjoy it. Okay, guys, that's it. That is all of my whips and some things that I have for new starts that I can do when I want to. Yeah, whew, now I can pack this tote back up and not feel so overwhelmed by all the cross stitch stuff that's all over my craft room right now. Yeah. So I was saying that I did order. I couldn't help it. I just couldn't help it. I did order one new cross stitch thing. And since it has been since June 10th of 2022, I don't even feel bad about it. And I did have several places on my WIP Go board where I repeated stuff. And I do have that 13 space for a new start. Anyways, I digress. I think that the Hawk Run Hollow series, there are 9 or 10 patterns out now, are so cute. So cute. They have the village, they have all the stuff. It's like this whole little land, and you can live there. I have seen, most notably, that what I've seen the most is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Andrea at Andrea's Cautionary Tale has been working on that for some time, and I think she's at the end. Either, I feel like she's just about finished it. She was on that very last square, the last video. I need to see if she's released another one. Hi, Andrea. I love watching you. You're so cute and fun. I don't know if you know that about you. I'm sure people have told you. I like Andrea. Anyways, so I love that, and I'm definitely going to do that. But I do have my Lila Studio Halloween Quaker that I'm finishing up now, and I was trying to be reasonable. So I decided and went with, because I thought, well, this could be, maybe I could make this a feature piece each month. I went with the seasons at Hawk Run Hollow for my first one. But what I want to do is through my life, and I know it would take my whole life, I'd like to stitch all of them because they're so cute. They have the Halloween one. They have the Christmas one. They have a map of Hawk Run Hollow. They have the seasons. They have houses of Hawk Run Hollow. They have something about the village. There's, like I said, there's 9 or 10 in the series. Oh, so I think the next one, I don't know. It's so hard. They have the shores, or it's the nautical one. It's all the oceany stuff, and that is so cool. There's like a kraken on there. It's adorable. It's really freaking cute. I want to do all of them. I want to do all of them. So I did go on to 1-2-3 Stitch. I'm going to do them, at least this first one, with DMC, because I threw in all the silks, and it was gonna cost like, I feel like it was $160 or something like that. I've never even used silk. Well, that's not true. I have used silk. I bought a hank of silk for my long dog, New Normal. And it's fine. I like it. It's pretty. But I was like, I have the DMCs for that. I might have to buy an extra skein of a couple colors, but I have all the DMCs, I think, pretty much. If I need to go pick up a skein or two, I will, but I've got plenty. So I think I'm gonna do this first one in the DMCs, and I figured, because it is split up into 12 equal squares, there is January through December, and I thought that would be a good little taste, because there's a Halloween square and there's a Christmas square, and kind of get all the holidays. So that's why I went on and chose the seasons one, because I thought that would pacify me a little bit. But I definitely want to work on that nautical one. I definitely want to, so my next one out of all of those is either going to be the nautical or the Halloween one. It's going to be hard to decide. And actually, Stitching Around the Globe, I think is what they're called. I'll put a shout out to them in my notes below. It's a channel that I just found, and I realized that it's two sisters and they are in Oklahoma, which made me so excited because I don't know anybody, and I'm already like in my mind thinking, oh, I could have friends that do stuff that I do. Anyway, I found their channel, and they had mentioned, and this is how I knew it, because out of the corner of my ear I heard them say this, and I was like, oh, they're from Oklahoma. They said the Silver Needle, which is pretty much the only LNS that I know of, which is in Tulsa. It's about an hour away from me. Is going to be having a sale, a 20% off sale on Super Bowl Sunday weekend. That's what they said. I'm like, if they are right, I am probably going to go up there and kit up another hawk run, either the nautical or the Halloween. I don't know, but I did decide. I ordered a big piece of 20 count vintage country mocha, because I just figure I'm going to do them all on vintage country mocha, 20 count, 1/1. I'm doing all of mine that way. The models on 1, 2, 3 Stitch were stitched on 40 count linen, so same difference. My eyeballs, I don't want to torture my eyeballs, so I'm doing, I love the vintage country. It's the Zweigart Aida, and the Zweigart Aida vintage country mocha does not feel like Aida to me at all. It's very soft and floppy. Actually, well, no, I think this is it. I think. No, it's not. Darn it. This isn't it. But it's floppy like this. This is linen. It's floppy like this. It's thin. It's not that heavy, stiff Aida that I dislike. It's thin, and it's like fabric. It's not like a flour sack, which is what I associate Aida with. I'm going to do them all on the vintage country. It's easy to get. That's what I thought. It's consistent, and it's easy to get, and over the next 20-30 years that I'll be stitching on these bad boys, it will stand the test of time, and I think it'll still be available, knock on wood. Anyways, so those gals mentioned that they were doing a sale, so if that is in fact the truth, I did go onto their website last night to see if they have posted anything up about it, but I didn't see anything. But that doesn't mean anything, right? Yeah. So I may be kitting up another hawk run, but I just want, all I want right now, I'm just like, hurry, 1, 2, 3 stitch. Usually they stitch. Usually they ship pretty quick. So I'm excited for that. And I can't find anybody that stitched it. I did a search on YouTube for the seasons at Hawk Run Hollow, and I didn't see anybody had done it. I mean, I saw all the other ones pretty much. I think I seen everybody else's of all the other, but I didn't see any. I'm like, did I just pick the pattern that nobody likes? I was just trying to pick the most well-rounded pattern that would suit me the best to get me like a little piece. I felt like there was something nautical in there, and I felt like there was the Halloween bit in there, and there was a Christmas bit in there. And so I felt like it was kind of like the best of all the worlds, or a piece of all the, maybe not the best, but just like a taste of each of the other worlds of Hawk Run Hollow. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. My gosh, this video is still 50 minutes long. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I have way more videos to film. I've got to get them done. I have things starting to pile up that I have finished that I want to discuss, and the ideas that come into my head, and then if I don't get them filmed, they go away. And then where are we left? We're left with lost knowledge out in the multiverse. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. My new mics are here, and I was going to use them. I was so excited. I got ready to film this video, and I got it all hooked up and everything, and then I realized that you're supposed to charge it. It's wireless stuff. And I charged the mics, but I didn't charge the Bluetooth port that plugs into my iPad. So, we're not having that on this video. Hopefully, I'm loud enough. I always worry about my sound, and when I play my videos back on my television, honestly, I have to turn my TV way up. When I play them on my devices, they sound fine. And people always say, oh, your sound is fine, your sound is fine. But I just think, I don't know, maybe it's my television. Could it be my TV? It's not, because I don't have to do that with anybody else's videos. It's like, I will check my video and then go to watch somebody else's video, and I'm like, turn down, 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 down. So I know that's not what it is. Anyway, next videos will have better sound if you are watching on a TV. And if you're on a device, then I don't think it's going to make a difference, and you're not going to notice anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you subscribed. I only had 1 cup of coffee this morning. I have not had any caffeine. I'm trying not to drink any. I do not drink pop. I don't do it. I haven't drank pop in years until this past Christmas. And then I started drinking some Diet Dr. Peppers. And then I just went down a rabbit hole. And I'm like, no, I don't need that in my life. That stuff is gross. It's not good for me. It's not good for my gut. I said no because the other day I ate something and immediately was in terrible pain, like I was when I had a stomach ulcer the last time. And I thought, oh my gosh, am I getting another stomach ulcer? I never want to go through that. That's the worst, horriblest thing in the world. Yeah. It's bad. Anyways, I don't want to do it. And I thought, you know what? You don't need Diet Dr. Pepper. Don't need that. We drink water. We drink some black coffee. We drink some tea. We do not drink artificially processed, creepy, weird chemical stuff, right? Even though it tastes really good. But I haven't had the caffeine that I'm used to at all, because I only had 1 cup of coffee this morning. That's usually all I ever have. But I've been drinking herbal tea since then, and I feel not as slick. Sorry, guys. Caffeine withdrawal. Wow, I just rambled another 4 minutes. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to those who have. I hope everybody has a blessed, wonderful, awesome, amazing day and creates beautiful, awesome things. Bye.